This story is something I've been working on for some time now. It's kinda a mix of my dreams and just some improv. I hope you find the hidden message in it, and it helps you in your life. This is the first story I'm putting up, so only good reviews. If you don't like it, then just don't read it. But I'm sure you will like it. It's kinda a love action story with some pretty cool twists. It was the 1600s, the time of the Vikings. Not the baseball team. My name is Emily H. I'm 15.5 years young. I love my golden hair that flows around my almost emo slender body. I'm a B cup, but I'm confident in my body, even though I was made fun of as a kid. Guys are always mad macking up on me when I'm working at my job. I work as a waitress in the town tavern. Ships are always coming into the town port, and loads of Vikings crowd the small Viking village. My father is the captain of a smaller ship used for scouting and other small expeditions. I love my father more than anyone else in the world. My mother was killed in a raid when I was just a baby. She died saving my life. My father is all I have left. I don't get to see him very much, though, 'cause he's always out on important missions. I spend my time working, and at our small house daydreaming about meeting a real boy, not one of those rude Viking pig boys that are always chasing after me. My father has been out on a scouting mission now for 6 months, and summer now. I love summer most of all. It's so warm and the flowers are all growing, and I love to pick them and decorate my small house, thinking about when my father will return, scoop up in his arms and kiss me. "Emily, get your ass over to table 4. They need their drinks," said my boss, Mancy. She was a mean old Viking, tougher than a lot of warriors. One time I saw her beat a Viking into the ground just for making a rude remark about her face. But she piced me well, and I know she loved me like a daughter. I rushed over and filled their goblets till they overflowed. One of them put his huge arm over my shoulders and said, in a rough voice, "How about a kiss, wench?" I struggled to get free of his smelly arm, but wasn't strong enough. A single tear ran down my face as I remembered a time my father saved me from a bully, and that he wasn't here to help me 'cause he was on his mission. I was about to give up and hope a kiss was all he wanted. Another tear ran down my face as I closed my eyes and thought of the horror of what he would do if a kiss wasn't all he wanted. I was a virgin still, and shuddered at the thought of this pig being my first. Then I heard a voice say, "Let the girl! I swear to you I'll cut off your balls if you don't let her go, scum!" The man let me go, and I dropped to the ground. As I looked up, seeming to be in slow motion, I saw him, the most beautiful man I had ever seen. He had long curly brown hair, covered with a dark green helmet. He was very skinny with white skin, and only stood maybe 6 feet tall. Orc, I know 6 feet is pretty tall, but in my Viking town all the men are super tall and built like a truck. He was like no boy I had ever seen. Right away my body went numb and started to tingle all over. I had never felt this way about a boy before. He was really, really sexy. The Viking pig who had his arm around me grunted.
"Who are you to tell a captain what to do? Boy! Leave this place and never return, and he'll think about sparing your life."
Lying on the floor, I started to get worried about the boy. He had no chance against the Viking captain. He wasn't even half the size of the massive captain. He just stood there, with unwavering light sky-blue eyes, glaring at the captain.
"I see you will not heed my warning, boy. So be it. He'll cut your legs off and make you beg for your life, coward."
bellowed the caption as he drew his massive sword with chains attached to the hilt. I screamed, "No!" as the man charged the boy like lightning, but in slow motion. 'Cause I was still dazed by everything that was going on, the boy leapt in a upward twisting motion over the caption's huge body, and while in midair drew a long, slender, dark-as-night blade, and with one flick haft the caption's sword. With a flawless landing had already sheathed his blade. The boy commanded, "I saved this girl's life. She now belongs to me. If you ever touch her again, it won't be your sword that I cut. It will be you." The baffled caption had never seen anyone fight like that before, and slunk out the door as the boy walked over to me, reaching out his arm towards me. Bump! 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 My heart beat hard as I looked into his sexy blue eyes, and my hand made first contact with his. As he helped me to my feet, I could feel, even though he was skinny, he was very strong. My legs really wobble, he said calmly. "Let's walk outside so you can get some fresh air." Still too shocked from all that had just happened, he walked me outside without me responding. After a few minutes I had calmed down, and the fright and confusion had left my golden eyes, and turned back to their normal, beautiful, shiny color. The boy said as he looked off towards the mountains in the distance, "My name is Samson, and you owe me one. Comma, comma, comma. What's your name, girl?" I timidly replied, "My name is Emily." "Well, Miss Emily, won't you let me walk you home?" Samson said, still gazing at the mountains. "As it is, I'm quite bussy and can't be saving you all the time. Best I get you back to your family so I can be on my way." My heart skipped a beat when I told him that I had no family, but my father, who was off on an important mission, and that I hadn't seen him in well over half a year now. I fought back a tear and swallowed back a lump in my throat. "I also have no family," Samson said as he turned and met my eyes. He held my chin and turned my gaze towards his deep sky blue eyes. They looked like the flowers I like to plant around my house. My body went all numb again, like when I had first saw Samson not even 10 minutes ago. I could have slapped myself for almost being happy he had no family, but it made me smile that we had something in common. And here was the boy that I had been dreaming about my whole life, a sexy boy who would keep me safe. I wished I could embrace him forever, even though I had never met him and knew nothing about him more than his name. "Samson, Samson, Samson," I said his name over and over in my head. What a strong name. Just standing there with him made me feel safe. Oh, so that was like chapter 1, I guess, but there's some sex in the next chapter, but I'm a good writer, and I swear it won't be gross. Like, I'm not a kid or anything, but like, yeah, if you'll get offended, you don't have to read on, so hope you're looking it so far. A sexy boy